wanna love you and treat you right. I wanna love you every day and every night. We'll be together with the roof right over our heads. We'll share the shelter of my single bed. We'll be together, but God provides the bread. Is this love, is this love, is this love, is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love, is this love, is this love, is this love that I'm feeling? Oh Lord, I wanna know, wanna know, wanna know now. I got to know, got to know, got to know now. I'm willing and able. Said I throw my cards on your table. See, I wanna love you. I wanna love and treat you right. I wanna love you every day and every night. We'll be together with the roof right over our heads. We'll share the shelter of my single bed. We'll be together, but God provides the bread. Is this love? Is this love? Is it love that I'm feeling? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? Oh Lord, I wanna know, wanna know, wanna know now.
Hi, I'm Duran with Chelsea Farms Oyster Bar, and we are super excited to partner with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I have a special cocktail that I created just for you all today. So that cocktail has Tito's vodka, pomegranate juice,
Tonight's
Orange curacao,
Big Night In sponsor.
a
Our presenting sponsor.
white tea cinnamon
Harbor
syrup,
Foods Group and Harbor
lemon juice, and a little bit of kava. Alrighty, so first, take your cocktail shaker, and you're going to add 1.5 ounces of Tito's vodka. Next, we want to do 1/2 ounce of our white tea cinnamon syrup, 1/4 ounce of that orange curacao, we're going to do 3/4 ounce of lemon, and then just a little 1/4 ounce of that pomegranate juice. We're going to take that and add it to our shaker with a little bit of ice. And we're going to shake it for approximately 10 seconds. We're going to take our favorite glass that we have at home, dump all of that right into that glass. Next, we're going to top it with a little bit of kava. And slowly pour that kava on. When you slowly pour it on top, it'll add this nice layered effect to the cocktail. So you get a little bit of red on the very bottom, and then you have this nice white color on the very top. A straw, and cheers.
Tonight's Big Night In sponsors. Our presenting sponsors, Harbor Foods Group and Harbor Wholesale, and TBG Holdings, LLC.
With the roof right over our heads, we share the shelter.
Tonight's Big Night In.
So my single bed will be together. What John provides is this love that
Premier
I'm
sponsors,
feeling.
MPH Holdings
Is
Incorporated,
this love?
Foot and Ankle
Is
Surgical
love that I'm
Associates,
feeling.
Kelchuck Glass Company, JT Painting Company, LLC, and Olympia Multi-Specialty Clinic. Our corporate sponsors are Olympia Federal Savings, Washington Business Bank, Masco Petroleum, Green Realty, Green Diamond Resource Company. And our table sponsors are Toyota of Olympia, Bank of the Pacific, I-5 Cars, Thomas Architecture Studios, and Jim and Cheryl Winkle. Other supporting sponsors include McDonald's Tumwater, Parker Smith and Feek, RHD Enterprises, and Hood Canal Communications.
Let's go all the way tonight. No regrets, just love, and we can dance until we die. You and I will be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away. Don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. My heart stops, and when you look at me, just one touch. Now, baby, I believe this is real. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. We drove to Cali and got drunk on the beach. Got home hoteling and built a fort out of sheets and finally found you. My missing puzzle piece. I'm complete. Let's go all the way tonight. No regrets, just love. We can dance until we die. You and I will be on forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. My eyes stops. Oh, when you look at me, just one touch. Oh, baby, I believe this is real. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. You and I will be on forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. My eyes stop. Oh, when you look at me, just one touch. Oh, baby, I believe this is real. Let's run need a good lawyer? Did you ever go insane? Did you find a good man who'll fix it for you? Are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? Did you ever pay that fine? The one you're dodging all the time. Are you dizzy? Since I've been at home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair in the way.
Hi, I'm Duran with Chelsea Farms Oyster Bar, and we are super excited to partner with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I have a special cocktail that I created just for you all today. So that cocktail has Tito's
Tonight's
vodka,
Big Night In sponsors. Our
pomegranate
presenting sponsors.
juice, orange curacao, a white tea cinnamon syrup, lemon juice, and a little bit of kava. Alrighty, so first, take your cocktail shaker and you're going to add 1.5 ounces of Tito's vodka. Next, we want to do 1/2 ounce of our white tea cinnamon syrup, 1/4 ounce of that orange curacao, we're going to do 3/4 ounce of lemon, and then just a little 1/4 ounce of that pomegranate juice. We're going to take that and add it to our shaker with a little bit of ice. And we're going to shake it for approximately 10 seconds. We're going to take our favorite glass that we have at home, dump all of that right into that glass. Next, we're going to top it with a little bit of kava and slowly pour that kava on. When you slowly pour it on top, it'll add this nice layered effect to the cocktail. So you get a little bit of red on the very bottom, and then you have this nice white color on the very top. A straw, and cheers.
Tonight's Big Night In sponsors. Our presenting sponsors, Harbor Foods Group and Harbor Wholesale, and TBG Holdings, LLC. Tonight's Big Night In Premier sponsors, MPH Holdings Incorporated, Foot and Ankle Surgical Associates, Kelchuck Glass Company, JT Painting Company, LLC, and Olympia Multi-Specialty Clinic. Our corporate sponsors are Olympia Federal Savings, Washington Business Bank, Masco Petroleum, Green Realty, Green Diamond Resource Company. And our table sponsors are Toyota of Olympia, Bank of the Pacific, I-5 Cars, Thomas Architecture Studios, and Jim and Cheryl Winkle. Other supporting sponsors include McDonald's Tumwater, Parker Smith and Feek, RHD Enterprises, and Hood Canal Communications.
They like to dress. Why don't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. Valerie. Sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Why don't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. 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 Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
Tonight's Big Night In sponsors are presenting sponsors Harbor Foods Group and Harbor Wholesale and TBG Holdings LLC.
If I could reach the stars,
Tonight's Big Night
down for you, baby. Now I'd aim it at my heart, so you could see it too.
Premier sponsors MPH Holdings Incorporated, Foot and Ankle Surgical Associates, Kelchuk Glass Company, JT Painting Company LLC, and Olympia Multi-Specialty Clinic. Our corporate sponsors are Olympia Federal Savings, Washington Business Bank, Masco Petroleum, Green Realty, Green Diamond Resource Company, And our table sponsors are Toyota of Olympia, Bank of the Pacific, I-5 Cars, Thomas Architecture Studios, and Jim and Cheryl Winkle. Other supporting sponsors include McDonald's Tumwater, Parker Smith and Feek, RHD Enterprises, and Hood Canal Communications.
I take you as my queen. I'd have it no other way. And I love would rule this kingdom we have made. Until then, I'd be a fool, wishing for the day that I'll keep waiting on the world to change. I keep on waiting on the world to change. It's hard to be the system when you're standing at a distance. I keep waiting, I would change the world. If I could change the world, I would be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good, baby. If I could change the world, baby. If I could change the world, baby. If I could, I'd change. Ooh, I'm waiting. Oh, waiting on the world to
Hi, I'm Duran with Chelsea Farms Oyster Bar, and we are super excited to partner with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I have a special cocktail that I created just for you all today. So that cocktail has Tito's vodka, pomegranate juice, orange curacao, a white tea cinnamon syrup, lemon juice, and a little bit of kava. Alrighty, so first, take your cocktail shaker and you're going to add 1.5 ounces of Tito's vodka. Next, we want to do 1/2 ounce of our white tea cinnamon syrup, 1/4 ounce of that orange curacao, we're going to do 3/4 ounce of lemon, and then just a little 1/4 ounce of that pomegranate juice. We're going to take that and add it to our shaker with a little bit of ice. And we're going to shake it for approximately 10 seconds. We're gonna take our favorite glass that we have at home, dump all of that right into that glass. Next, we're gonna top it with a little bit of kava and slowly pour that kava on. When you slowly pour it on top, it'll add this nice layered effect to the cocktail. So you get a little bit of red on the very bottom, and then you have this nice white color on the very top. A straw, and cheers.
Good evening, friends, and welcome to the Big Night In, a 2020 online fundraiser celebrating Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southwest Washington. It's great to be back with you. My name is Nelson J., and of course we'd love to be gathering in person at the Little Creek Casino tonight, but for obvious reasons, we can't do that. But we can come to you live from the STEAM Lab right here at the global headquarters for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southwest Washington. It's great to be here. We have a lofty goal tonight, and as a friendly reminder, this is a fundraiser. So we're counting on you at home to help us achieve our lofty goal tonight. So a quick reminder that you can actually make a donation for the virtual Raise the Paddle via our online bidding platform where you're already bidding on live and online auction items. So thanks for your spirited bidding. Keep that up, and you can make a donation right there at the Fund a Match tab located at the top of that bidding platform. So I'm super excited about the program. We put together a terrific evening for you. We're going to tell you a little bit about the challenges that we've been facing here at Big Brothers Big Sisters. And I had a chance to talk with Jeff Engel, but now I'm going to welcome Jeff to welcome you. Please welcome Executive Director Jeff Engel.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jeff Engel. I'm the Executive Director of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southwest Washington. On behalf of our staff, board of directors, volunteers, families, and youth, I would like to formally welcome you to our Big Night In. Thank you so much for spending your evening with us and supporting our mission to create and support one-to-one mentoring relationships that ignite the power and promise of youth. Throughout the evening, we will share with you how we've continued to support our youth, mentors, and families during the pandemic, and how your generosity is making a big difference in their lives. Have fun tonight, and bid like this is the last Zoom meeting or virtual auction you will ever have to attend. We hope to see you in person next year. Take it away, Nelson J.
Tonight's Big Night In sponsors. Our presenting sponsors, Harbor Foods Group and Harbor Wholesale, and TBG Holdings, LLC. Premier sponsors, MPH Holdings Incorporated, Foot and Ankle Surgical Associates, Kelchuck Glass Company, JT Painting Company, LLC, and Olympia Multi-Specialty Clinic. Our corporate sponsors are Olympia Federal Savings, Washington Business Bank, Masco Petroleum, Green Realty, Green Diamond Resource Company. Other supporting sponsors include McDonald's Tumwater, Parker Smith and Feek, RHD Enterprises, and Hood Canal Communications. And our table sponsors are Toyota of Olympia, Bank of the Pacific, I-5 Cars, Thomas Architecture Studios, and Jim and Cheryl Winkle.
Well, thank you to all of our sponsors, and thanks to you for joining us tonight at home. So, as you can imagine, this time of quarantine and the COVID-19 pandemic has presented significant challenges to everybody, including many of us supporting organizations like Big Brothers Big Sisters. So, to tell you a little bit more about that, I'm excited to share a moment where Jeff and I got to sit down recently and talk about some of those very specific challenges, but also some of the great things that Big Brothers Big Sisters is doing to help overcome this challenging time. Here's part one of a two-part video we're going to enjoy tonight.
Well, Jeff, what has Big Brothers Big Sisters done to continue to serve kids during this challenging time?
We couldn't stop. You know, we work with a vulnerable population of young people, and when everything shut down, they lost all their main support, and that would be going to school, their friends, their activities, and a lot of them live in challenging situations domestically, and what we did was we tried to figure out a way to keep them connected to their bigs, as well as we wanted to stay connected with them, because it's a very, you know, we've all gone through it. You know how stressful it is in our lives at home with our kids, let alone being in that kind of situation. So we pivoted. We ended up providing them activities to do at home. We stayed in touch with them, and we just kept driving forward.
Changes that you've had to make in terms of safety and engagement.
For the kids, safety was twofold. We had to make sure the kids were safe when they met virtually with their match, because when we're meeting in person, we have a number of safety protocols, but we also wanted to make sure we had protocols when they met virtually. As well as once we were able to have them meet in person, we set up a whole series of protocols so that they could meet safely. They'd have to be brought by their parent or their guardian, as well as the big would have to drive separately to meet. We made sure the match meetings were outdoors, and that they used, you know, good common sense, wore masks, stayed socially distanced. So, yeah, we had to, just like all of us, had to find a new way.
Well, speaking of everything that's happened, no doubt, I imagine a loss of resources and potentially some of your staffing. Talk about the impacts of that and your ability to execute and deliver on the promise to the kids.
The loss of revenue has been twofold. 65% of our funds come from events, and we had to cancel our very popular bowling event right off the bat. So there was a loss of revenue. Our golf event was toned down from what it typically is, so lost some revenue there. And like we're all doing today, we're doing a virtual auction, and it's a whole new world for us there. And
why is Big Brothers Big Sisters so important to this community?
what we want to do is make sure that they have a caring and supportive mentor that can help them and support them and really help them meet their full potential, so they can be a productive member of society, you know, down the road, and a contributor and give back. And we got to take care of the kids. You know, you can look around our community and see what happens when somebody grows up in a challenging situation and doesn't have that support. And our mission is to help these kids, you know, realize their true potential.
All right, Jeff, gazing into the crystal ball, what do you see for the organization in the next 4 to 6 months or so?
With everything that's going on, the crystal ball is getting fuzzier and fuzzier, but I've seen some really exciting things ahead for our agency. With your support tonight, we're going to continue to have steady growth. We really want to focus on getting those kids matched up because they need it more than ever. I mean, this is a really critical time for them in their lives. We're exploring some partnerships with the YMCA. They're putting an exciting new building up in Shelton, and we'll have an office space up there, and we'll be establishing a mentoring program along with the Y members, and we're very excited about that expansion. And then we have a STEAM lab, and we're going to want to utilize that to put some learning pods together for the kids, because a lot of parents are struggling with their kids being at home and them having to work, getting support for them doing their schoolwork. So we have just a terrific STEAM coordinator, and we're putting some pods together where the kids can come in the mornings and have supervision with a teacher and help them do their homework. And then in the afternoons, we're going to put some STEAM activities so they can do some hands-on fun things and still learning, but just get them out doing things and get them out behind the screen.
The STEAM, of course, science, technology, engineering, art and math.
Because when you're doing pure math and engineering things, you combine the engineering with the art. It's phenomenal what these kids put together.
Yeah, it's pretty special. Jeff, talk about how the fundraising mission tonight, and I want to kind of back up. You mentioned that challenging with events being, for the most part, canceled, curtailed, delayed, and or reimagined.
Reimagined, yeah.
So talk about the funds specifically from this event, and how are you going to use those funds this year?
We have about 90 kids on the waiting list, and it costs about $1,500 to do a safe and effective match with a volunteer mentor, and because of all the things that go into that process. One of our goals is to get some of these kids matched up as soon as we can safely.
Well, there you have it. That's the beginning. Those are some of the challenges. And we talked about safely creating these matches. We talked about finding new ways. And also that loss of revenue from an event-centric organization like Big Brothers Big Sisters is such a challenge right now. But the good news is we're here to help, and you're here to help, and we so appreciate you being with us tonight to support the mission of creating matches. And with that in mind, we have a special match video to share, and I'm excited to introduce Big Kayla and Little Ruby in this match video.
When we first met, I felt a little nervous. I don't feel nervous anymore.
I also felt nervous before we met. I was excited to see how the process was going to go, but was nervous.
We do lots of fun things with each other.
We both like to do artistic things.
Get to cuddle, play board games, read books.
I've learned that she is very creative and able to come up with some really neat games and different things that we do together. She's able to really direct different things as well and kind of be a leader in this in different ways, which was surprising from looking at the first couple of matches that we did. But as time went on, I think we both got more comfortable with each other.
She showed me not to be shy, just go on with people.
It's a great opportunity for kids, even though they may have siblings at home, but it's great for them to have that bond with someone else outside of the family and to actually have a view of what other families are like. After seeing my kids enjoy their visits and actually be motivated to do what they do, you can see that joy and it shines right through. It gives that child confident, and it actually brings out this independence, which does help at home. She's able to do things on her own, she's able to try new things. I feel like they're more confident. They actually look up to them, to what they do, what they see, and they want to do the same thing. They have dreams to where they want to help other kids that are shy, that don't really know what to do. And I feel that because of Kayla and Madeline, they are who they are now.
Yes, so we've stayed connected through the pandemic through primarily video chats, and that was a really interesting transition. I remember when all of this started, I got an email about, would you be open to doing video chat? And I was trying to think, like, what are we gonna do over video chat? We've made it work. Ruby's come up with some awesome games to do, very creative games. We play hide and seek over the phone. I feel rewarded in that it's been really neat to see the growth within Ruby and feeling more comfortable. I feel like I'm able to relate in a lot of ways because I was a very shy child, and really wouldn't open up until I felt comfortable with somebody, and that's rewarding to see somebody feel comfortable and to be able to develop a relationship. My hopes for Ruby is that she feels confidence about herself and that she's able to feel like she can take on anything that she wants to take on and know that she'll do well at it.
Well, thank you, Ruby and Kayla, for sharing your big and little story tonight. And Ruby, if you're watching tonight, I want you to know that Chutes and Ladders and Candyland, a couple of my favorite games. I think Chutes and Ladders is one of the all-time classics. So thank you for sharing that time and that special connection that you have with your big Kayla. And that shot on the beach, boy, that could have been today. It has been windy. So friends, this here, right now, this moment, it's the most important part of the evening. This is our virtual Raise the Paddle moment where we are raising funds to support matches. And that's matching bigs and littles. So the ways to give tonight are very straightforward. It's on your screen. You can use that mobile bidding portal where you're already so actively bidding in our live and online auction. And thank you for that incredible engagement. While you're there, look at the top navigation tab and you will see a link to Fund a Match. And that Fund a Match is the place where you can click on that and you can make a special 100% tax-deductible donation to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southwest Washington. There are additional ways to give, and the other ways to give include visiting our regular website, and that's at www.swwabigs.org. That's southwestwabigs.org. Or you can mail a check if you'd like to use snail mail and have lots of company with all those mail-in ballots your check will have. You can mail that check to us right here at the global headquarters for Big Brothers Big Sisters, 2424 Heritage Court Southwest, Suite 302, Olympia, Washington, 98502. And if you have any challenges or you would rather make a donation over the phone, you can call us at the office during office hours, 360-943-0409. So those are our ways to give tonight. Giving is easy. Give from your heart, not your head. Give from your heart and perhaps give at a level that's a little bit loftier than what you may have thought about giving when you joined us tonight for the online broadcast. So we are starting our Fund a Match right now, and our official starting level tonight will be the $5,000 level. And to put it in context, $5,000 ensures 5 children have the mentor and friendships they need to build positive relationships with family and friends. So that's what $5,000 does here at Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southwest Washington. So if you can give at that $5,000 level, I know that's a big ask, but it's possible. You can do it, and we need your help. And tonight and this year, the need is greater than ever. And remember, if there's a number on your heart, it's above 5,000, don't let that be the ceiling. You can give at any level that works for you. Could be $10,000, could be $25,000. and you could make that happen. So thank you for considering that lofty lead momentum gift at $5,000 or above. Well, we're going to move along to our $2,500 level, and on our way there, I have exciting news. So at the $2,500 level, to let you know what happens, 10 scholarships for kids to attend a week-long STEAM Learning Lab Camp right here in the room from which we are broadcasting. This space is fantastic. I think 2 years ago we were raising funds for the Learning Lab, the STEAM Lab, and it's fantastic. It's painted in green. There are technology kits, and there's Lego robotics in the room, and so many other ways for the kids to engage in STEM activities. So great news. At the $2,500 level, I have, thank you, Mia, we have Kim Presto at $2,500. Thank you so much. If you'd like to join Kim, now's the time to do that. And also coming in just above that at the $3,000 level, a big shout out to Drew and Kylie Phillips. Drew and Kylie, thank you so much for those contributions. And if you'd like to join those 3 donors at the $2,500 level or higher, now's the time to make those gifts. And remember, you can make those gifts right there on the bidding portal, and you click on Fund to Match, or you can go direct to the Big Brothers Big Sisters website, and you can make that gift right there. And all of these proceeds help support the important work that we are doing right here at Big Brothers Big Sisters. Well, next up, friends, is the $1,500 level. And to let you know about the $1,500 level, I'm excited to share that the resources needed to create and safely support a new match between a child and a mentor for a full year cost $1,500. So there are lots of things that need to happen. We need to do background checks. We need to make sure we've got the right people with the right littles, the right bigs and the right littles. And there's a lot of interviewing that takes place. It's a lot of resources. It's a resource-intensive matching experience. So we need your help with that. It's $1,500 per match, and we have 90 kids we're trying to connect with. So great news. Also in at $2,500, Mike and Kim Kelly are in. So Mike and Kim, thank you so much for that $2,500 gift. We're that much closer to reaching our lofty goal tonight. And at the $1,500 levels, Joseph and Arlene Hartman are getting us started at that $1,500 level with a pre-committed gift. Thank you so much to the Hartmans for that support. If you'd like to join in right now, that's a great time to make your gift known. We've got pre-populated giving amounts, and if there's a number on there that you don't see and you want to give, you have 2 options. You can give more than once to hit the number that works just right for you, or you can type in the other category and you can put together a custom giving amount. Could be $775, could be $7,750, could be $70,000, whatever amount works. And also tonight, in at $1,500, a big shout out to Kara Meyer. Thank you so much, Kara, for that incredible generosity, $1,500. And for those of you working through the phone or the tablet right now, thank you for what you're about to do. And if you're trying to figure out, should I do that number just a little higher? Yes, you should do that number just a little higher. We would love to have all of our kids matched through our support tonight. It's a big ask. Last year, to put it out there, and we know you're a competitive group, we also know there's a lot of Huskies and Cougars on the broadcast tonight. There's a lot of spirited competition when we're in the room. Tonight, I would challenge you, last year we raised just over $70,000 in the Raise the Paddle when we were at Little Creek Casino. So there's your challenge. Can we raise over last year's amount virtually with you all from the comfort of your own home? And we know we have some viewing parties happening. So if you're at a viewing party, I want you all to look each other in the eye and pledge, look in the eye, that's you right there. We want you to look each other in the eye and make that commitment to make just a little bit more of a stretch. And we realize 2020 is an insanely challenging year for so many people. However, we also know that it's not as challenging for everyone as it is for others. So if you're in a group that has been less challenged or challenged differently and you're still financially in a position to give, please give from the bottom of your heart. We would really appreciate that extra effort. This year, more than ever, there is a need, and we can help right here, right now. So our next level, friends, it's the $1,000 level. And if you haven't yet given, this is a great time to come alongside Big Brothers Big Sisters. $1,000 provides 10 volunteers with building blocks necessary to help their little become a better member of their community. And at the $1,000 level, I am excited to announce that we have 2 Momentum gifts. Dustin and Shelby, and I want to say Henches, are in at $1,000, and somebody who I am so pleased to see participating, and I've had a chance to meet several times, and Paul and Kathy, I should say, they are supporters and donors tonight. So Paul and Kathy Strawn, they have a specific and personal connection to Big Brothers Big Sisters. They live up north, close to where I live, and their daughter works here, Leslie, right here at Big Brothers Big Sisters. So it's all in the family. Thank you, Paul and Kathy, for that incredible generosity, and we so appreciate your support. And they donated item number, I want to say 11, which is the locally guided fishing trip. You'll want to get on and bid on that a little later tonight. So thank you so much. That's our $1,000 level. And remember, friends, when you hop on there to type in your $1,000 donation, you look at that keypad, and if your finger migrates over one spot to the 2-digit, and then you put 3 zeros, that's a $2,000 donation. You've just doubled your commitment to Big Brothers Big Sisters. If you can do that, we would love you for that. We love all donations of every level. Our next level is the $500 level. And the $500 level, to give you a little reference, a point of reference, that provides funds for national background checks and ongoing safety screenings and so much more. And that's for more than 10 volunteers in our programs. So lots of background checks required, lots of screening. We need your help with that. And great news, at the $500 level, I am pleased to announce we have several commitments already. And here they are. Jim and Cheryl Winkle, thank you for your support. Ben and Sheena Paler in at $500. Jeff Engel, a.k.a. the First Dude, and his wife Cheryl Selby, a.k.a. the Mayor, are in at $500. And Lori Drummond, as well as Roseanne Garman, are in at $500. But that's not all. There's more. Garrett and Allison Barker, committee members, I believe. Thank you so much, Allison and Garrett Barker, for your ongoing commitment. Longtime committee members, and I have to say, I know that all of you likely love the jobs that you have, and working from home, distance learning, while challenging, it's a different experience. But I have to say, over the years, getting to know committee members and the staff at organizations like Big Brothers Big Sisters, great people, they are committed, they're dedicated, and they really want to help make these matches happen. Also in at $500, Tom Helpenstell. Tom Helpenstell, thank you for helpenstelling all of us with that $500 gift. That's outstanding. If you'd like to join Tom and helpenstell some more, we could use your help. So please give at that $500 level or greater. Well, friends, officially, you can give at any level, whether that's $250 or $100, $50. Every dollar is crucial. We have so many pre-committed commitments at the $100 and $250 level that I can't read them all tonight. But the good news is that every dollar is crucial, and your Fund to Match donation is 100% tax deductible to the full extent of the law. So keep giving. Go to that Fund to Match link in the top of your bidding portal, and you can help us get closer to our goal tonight. So I want to say that we have this giving portal open all evening, and the good news is, it's not good news, it's great news. If you know somebody who is unable to attend tonight because of a previous commitment, and in the midst of quarantine and lockdown, I can't imagine what they could be doing. However, people do get busy, particularly on the weekends. So if you know somebody that couldn't join us tonight live, the good news is that they can give at any time through the website, and you can share this link. They can watch the full replay, and if you're watching us in replay mode, thank you for tuning in. Giving is still crucial to Big Brothers Big Sisters, and we need your help, so please give generously. Now, I want to thank you for investing in the power and the promise of youth. This is an ongoing commitment. We need your help. We need you to keep giving and just feel great about that. You may wonder, is this going to a good cause? Heck yes it is. It's going to a great cause. So with that in mind, keep giving. We're going to shift gears a little bit. Once again, we'll reflect back to all of about 365 days ago or so. A year ago, we were gathering in the really fun and festive space there at the Little Creek Casino. Such a great room, so much energy, and so fun. I miss seeing you in person, but I appreciate you tuning in tonight. Give us a wave, and if you're able to chat, go ahead and let us know from where you are tuning in tonight. You can chat it up. You can say hi to your friends. If you know somebody at Big Brothers, Big Sisters, you can send a note, and we'll read that on air a little later. So thank you for tuning in, and thanks for engaging with us tonight through this new virtual format. So exciting news. We're going to move into the live auction. It's going to be totally different than anything you've experienced before for live auctions, because while live, there's technically a slight delay. The technical term for that is latency. So I want to let you know that do not despair. We are factoring in latency. What that means, and this is the truth, I'm not trying to sell you on anything other than bid now and bid often and bid as much as you can. As we get closer to closing these items out in real time, I will count these down. You're going to hear that after I have actually said the words. You need to get your bids in starting right now. What we're going to do is we're going to close our 13 live auction items in 4 sections. What? I'll say it again. So we're closing our 13 live auction items in 4 sections. Section 1 will have items 1, 2, and 3. That's section 1. And those items, for those of you scoring at home, that is Bend, Cannon Beach, and the national parks. That'll be part of section 1. Section 2, closing just after that, is going to be the La Casita Chef's Dinner for 6, the McDonald's Golden Arches lunch, dinner, or breakfast every day for an entire year. That's item number 5. The Eat Well, Eat Local incredible package is number 6. And item number 7 in that second closing is El Gaucho Chef's Dinner for 4. Okay, so those are going to close. Then we're going to take a brief break and do a little social media review to see how spirited and to see how many pictures we get sent in during the live broadcast. And if you haven't yet done that, take a picture, hashtag SWWABIGS, and put that onto Instagram or Twitter, and we might be able to pull you up during the live show. And after that, we're going to go to sections 3 and sections 4. Section 3 will close items 8, 9, and 10, and section 4 will be items 11, 12, and 13. So we're going to put 3 minutes on the clock for item 1, item 2, and item 3. And here's the exciting news, the update. Item 1, Bend, Oregon. The high desert of Oregon, we got 3 minutes on the clock. Here we go. And the bidding is currently at $5,500 for the Bend, Oregon, an entire week in Bend, Oregon for 6 people. What an opportunity. Right in the heart of the high desert of Central Oregon, you can enjoy Mount Bachelor, you can enjoy Smith Rock, and the other exciting activities available are things like tennis, pickleball. There's a swimming pool. There's even a playground for the kids. Big thanks to Bob Brazel for this. This is for 6 people, and it's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2.5 minutes left in section 1. So that's item 1. And then item number 2, Cannon Beach Winter Getaway. Also closing in just over 2 minutes. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath Cannon Beach on the beach with epic views of Haystack Rock. This is currently at $2,065 is our current bid. And you just remember, friends, item 2, Cannon Beach Winter Getaway, date-specific activity. It is December 3rd through the 10th, 2020. You can visit one of the most iconic West Coast vistas and walking distance to downtown Cannon Beach. It is a cozy seaside hamlet. Just about 1 minute 45 seconds left in this first closing. So items 1, 2, and 3 closing in just over a minute and a half. Also there, a cozy fireplace where you can read a book. Perhaps you want to write a book. That is item number 2, Cannon Beach Winter Getaway. Date-specific activity, friends, December 3rd through the 10th, 2020. Next up, item number 3, and this is for me, the National Parks Adventure Package. An unbelievable opportunity to visit the National Park, a custom insulated travel tumbler, and so much more. Also included is a Fodor's travel guide for the complete guide to the national parks. These are items 1, 2, and 3 closing in 40 seconds, in just 40 seconds. So that's Bend, Oregon, Cannon Beach, and the National Park Experience. The National Park Package currently bidding at $2,600, a bargain at twice the price. If you haven't yet taken your family to Glacier Park, Yellowstone, Grand Tetons, that trifecta right there, you could have a lot of fun with that gift card. We have just under 30 seconds left in our first closing. We're down to, oh, holy cow, just 12 seconds left. Get those bids in right now. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. Section 1, and that's item 1, 2, and 3. Those items are now closed. So thank you for your spirited bidding. Let's put 3 minutes on the clock, and we're going to go to section 2. This is our culinary delights section. All right, friends, listen carefully. We have 4 items in this closing. Item number 4, La Casita Dinner for 6. This is 6 people enjoying a remarkable locally sourced chef Henri Knoll, as he will connect you with unbelievable dishes, the farms where he sources the ingredients, the history and his inspiration, and why he loves to create through food. This private dinner for 6, hosted at the Foley Firehouse, features a 5-course delicacy and is sure to be a night you will remember forever. And you can certainly remember this event because Poppy Photography will be there to capture all the fun moments during dinner and to create memories that will last a lifetime. This is item number 4, the La Casita Dinner. Current bidding is at $1,800 on that. Next up in this closing, section 2 closing, is who couldn't use McDonald's each and every day for a year? That's right, friends, and here's the crazy thing. There is no expiration date. This is 365 cards for, basically these are, you can use one each and every day, but you get 365 of them. Bidding currently at $3,400 for number 5. No expiration date. This is redeemable at Plum Street, Harrison Avenue, Cooper Point, Pacific Avenue, and Yelm Avenue McDonald's only. So those are the Olympia area McDonald's. A big thank you to the Travis Scott McDonald's crew. Included with this package, you're going to get a McDonald's t-shirt, knitwear, aka a beanie, McDonald's thermal tumbler, fanny packs, and notepads, pens, and so much more. Just over a minute left. Next up, item number 6, the Eat Well, Eat Local. 9 local eateries, all sponsored by our good friends and supporters, John and Kathy Evans. Thank you, John and Kathy. Amazing, incredible. If you want to get in on the Eat Well, Eat Local package, you can enjoy food and drinks from places like Delmonico's Butcher Shop, Olympia Seafood, Spud's Produce, Le Petit Maison, Dockside Bistro, Chelsea Farms, Uptown Grill, and more. Thank you so much, John and Kathy. And then finally, item 7 is the El Gaucho Dinner for 4 in T-Town. That's right, Tacoma, Washington. Town so nice, they just named it once. Omi and Tammy Nandial and El Gaucho Tacoma, thank you for this incredible donation. This expires October 24th, 2021. You have a full year to use it. Wine and Chef's Dinner from El Gaucho in Tacoma. 30 seconds left in our Culinary Delights closing. So remember, friends, that is item 4, 5, 6, and 7. And bidding right now on El Gaucho, $1,400. The Eat Well package at $2,120. McDonald's is at $3,400 and $1,800 on our La Casita Dinner for 6. Get those bids in. Final bids happening in just a few moments. 5 seconds left. Get those bids in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. Closed, closed. Section 2 is now closed. Section 2 is closed. Wow, furious, fantastic support. You all out there in Cyberland, you're doing a great job supporting Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southwest Washington. Thank you so much. For those that came on a little bit late, I'm Nelson Jay. I'll be your host and auctioneer for the balance of the show this evening. We're about halfway through our online live auction, and then we have some other auction items closing up later tonight at 9 p.m. So we'll talk about those a little bit more. Right now, through the power of technology that is so fabulous, I can't even begin to explain it. We're going to actually show you what's going on at some of our watch parties tonight. So take a look. Hey, oh, look at that. That must be Jeff's house. How fun. That's the wine tree that we're selling in a little bit.
Going too fast, sorry.
It's going too fast, that's okay. Slowing down. There it is. Ooh, yum, yum. Looks fun. Wow, look at that. Big night in with some Tito's. Hey, they made the cocktail. That's the official cocktail components right there. And they've gone deep into Glassy Baby up on the top shelf of that Live Edge shelf. That's fabulous. How fun. Hey, there they are. Look at that. More supporters for a big night in. That is a group that knows a thing or two about technology. I am super impressed. Look at that and their little quarantined group. Oh, there's some more supporters. Great to see the spirit out there. With the fire, feels like fall. Look at that. How fun. And I bet those are the official drinks as well. Oh my, talk about spirited support and fundraising. That is, those are like, I want to say they're like Teletubbies of some sort. Maybe they're more like just really fabulous. Those are onesies. There's a lot of slumber happening with that group later tonight. That looks like a lot of fun. Clearly, we missed the party and the invite, but thank you for sending those in. Keep them coming, and we might try to weave those in later. Unlikely, but possible, so you never know. Well, that was a little bit of our social media. If you want to go hop in there, it's hashtag SWWABIGS, and you can see yourself on the live feed. All right, we're going to move along. What an amazing program. Hi, hey, Chesney Wilson. She's out there. Hi, Chesney. I'm getting chats up on my monitor. So, hey, Chesney, great to see you. One of our committee members and donors. Awesome. And if you have a message, send it out there and we'll give you a shout out. So we're going to move along. We have 2 more closings. Section 3. And the Section 3 are some local getaways. And the first one is golfing in Coeur d'Alene at the Premier Lake Tower Resort. You'll be staying at Coeur d'Alene Resort in the Lake Tower, and it's right on the shores of beautiful Lake Coeur d'Alene. Each day you'll fuel up with a golfer's breakfast for 2 before heading out for a round of golf at the resort's golf course. And it is, of course, home to the world's only, and that's right, I did say the world's only floating green. There are stunning lake views from nearly every hole, and after golf, you'll be able to enjoy a $75 dining credit in the lounge or the restaurant there, and you can check out the resort spa and lounge by the infinity pool. The Coeur d'Alene package is item number 8. Current bidding is at just $1,120. The value on this, friends, it's over $1,600. So go ahead and get down on that. That's 2 nights with the golf, 2 people, Coeur d'Alene, and the gift certificate. Thanks to Jeff Engel and Cheryl Selby for that incredible offer. That's item number 8, Coeur d'Alene Golf Getaway. Item 9, friends, I've heard that what happens in Packwood stays in Packwood. And what's happening in Packwood is you and up to 8 people are going to be hanging out in this fabulous cabin in the woods that looks more like a palatial mountain retreat than a cabin. It's 2 nights at the gorgeous 3-bedroom cabin in the woods for up to 8 people. It includes a loft with bunk beds located in the heart of downtown Packwood, close to shops, hiking, restaurants, and great news, if you haven't been to Packwood in the last decade, there's a new brewery there, and it is terrific. And so many fabulous shops and eateries. You don't want to miss out on Packwood. And what else is great about this package? It includes not $100, not $200, but $400 in ski credits to White Pass Ski Area in the form of a gift card. This is fantastic. We have just a couple minutes left in this closing. Oh, minute and a half left, so I'm going to zip through this. Mutually agreeable date expires a year from now. Big shout out and thanks to Kylie and Vashti Gustafson and Craig and Amy Kiefer for this fabulous opportunity to get away to the high country in Packwood, Washington. Finally, in this closing, item number 7, check that. Item number 10 is a 7-day cruise on Holland America. There is no expiration date, and yes, friends, at some point we will be cruising again and flying and traveling. So bidding right now on the cruise is at $2,100. The Packwood trip is currently at $1,700. So great values here. I think we've sold this Holland America cruise at like $18,000 one year. So this is a screaming deal at $2,100. So big shout out to Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Southwest Washington and Holland America Cruise Lines for that. These are items 8, 9, and 10. 40 seconds left on the clock. And if you're feeling like you don't have time to go away and do this, I would say, when will you have a better time to go away and do this? You can work remotely. You can distance learn and put the kids in the bunk beds in Packwood, and I have a feeling there's some robust Wi-Fi in Packwood, and if it's not robust, you can certainly find a Wi-Fi somewhere. And we have just a few seconds left, 15 seconds left in this closing, and these are items 8, 9, and 10. Now 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. Section 3 is now closed, friends. That's right, Section 3 is closed. Well, don't despair. One more section to go, but this is our final section. We have 3 more items in this 4th closing. Section 4 includes some wonderful and favorite ways to support Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Southwest Washington. We'll put 3 minutes on the clock. And item number 11, a full day of guided fishing for 4. That's right, salmon and steelhead are the fishies that we're searching for. You're going to have expert guiding service from our friends at Jumpin' Jake's Guide Services. And a special thanks to Pastor Paul and Kathy Strawn for this fabulous donation, as well as Jumpin' Jake's Guide Service and Leslie Shan as well. Thank you so much for that, and that's guided fishing for 4 people, and the bidding is at just $1,350. That's a bargain at twice the price. Local fisheries, you're going to be headed out onto the rivers nearby. It includes the Jumpin' Jake's boats, all the gear, the bait. You'll have a catered lunch, snacks, and plenty of libations while you wait to hook the big one. Get your fish on with item number 11. Item number 12, a perennial favorite, and why wouldn't it be? It's the holiday wreath making party for 8. We have just 2 minutes left in this 4th section closing. Holiday wreath making for 8 is bidding right now at $1,600. You'll create stunning wreaths, deck the halls, and you'll get your creative juices flowing with, of course, holiday hors d'oeuvres and holiday drinks will be served. All supplies, instructions, and party favors are included. This festive party is a favorite, and friends, this is date specific. It is a Thursday evening, December 3rd. Thursday, December 3rd, 2020, date specific, clear your calendar, and that's it. And our final item is our wine tree from a longtime board member and great supporter of Big Brothers, Big Sisters, none other than Jeff Johnson, who's usually toting a briefcase full of 5 large. Tonight, he's kicking in an amazing collection of wine, 42 bottles of wine, and a fabulous wine tree holder made of iron. Look at that collection. Whites, reds, big reds, rosés, everything you need. Just under a minute left in section 3. Now the wine tree, you should know, friends, if you're looking at your picture at home and you're trying to get zoomed in on the top of the tree, yes, I can confirm that that star on the top of the wine tree is a bottle of Leonetti Merlot, and it's not just a bottle, it's a 1.5 liter magnum of Leonetti Merlot. Thanks to Jeff Johnson for that incredibly generous donation. The wine tree, and knowing Jeff, I have a feeling he might be bidding on his own item. This is item number 13, and current bidding at $2,150. And we have just under 20 seconds left, friends. Now 15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Bid now. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Section 4 is now closed. Section 4 is now closed. Wow, spirited bidding friends. Thank you so much for your support. Quick reminder, if I didn't mention the fund a match, now's the time to do that. Remember, you can make gifts all night long. We have a few more things to do tonight, and I want to let you know that also closing a little bit later tonight. So, you know, we're enjoying this live moment now. The online auction goes to 9 o'clock tonight. And included in our online auction, the perennial favorites, the Favorite Things baskets. And the Favorite Things baskets are so cool. It's the only organization is Big Brothers Big Sisters. Their staff curates these amazing baskets. And they are offered in, if we were in real life gathering in person, they would be offered in the silent auction. But tonight it's online. So the Favorite Things baskets are really wonderful, and they may or may not contain a certain amount of alcohol in many of those baskets. Those will be closing at 9 p.m. via your online bidding portal. Also closing at 9 o'clock, all other online auction items, all other silent auction items closing tonight at 9 p.m. So those are items 200 through 237. And the Favorite Things baskets closing tonight at 9 p.m. So get in there, do your bidding. And also an update. Amy Evans is in for $1,000. Thank you, Amy. Amy and I worked the event a couple years ago together. And in at $500, John Short, Cheryl, let's see, is that an F? Fambles. Cheryl Fambles and Justin Jelm. Thank you, Justin, John, and Cheryl for your $500 contributions. If you'd like to make a contribution and it comes in during the live program, we'll try to give you a shout out. So a friendly reminder, in terms of tidying up our auction, we have a little bit of a public service announcement. So here's how you pick up your items. The items will be available for pickup at the Big Brothers Big Sisters offices of Southwest Washington. You can pick up your winning items beginning next Wednesday. That's just 3.5 days from today. That's Wednesday, October 28th, between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. And you'll be right here picking those up out front. And we look forward to getting those items distributed. So anytime after Wednesday, you can pick up those items. So I talked about having a 2-part video. Jeff and I sat down just recently talking about some of the challenges and some of the things that we're looking forward to here at Big Brothers Big Sisters. While there's a big challenge out there, there's some really exciting things happening too. So I'm going to turn it over to Jeff and myself again, and we're going to do part 2 of our talk that we just recently had. And here's Jeff.
What does it look like for a time commitment for a big? Like if somebody's watching tonight, big sister, big brother, and they want to get involved, what does that look for them?
Well, the great thing is we have several different programs to fit just about any person's lifestyle or ability to serve as a volunteer. If they were to do a site-based program like at one of the schools, that's about an hour a week, say every Wednesday, where they meet with their little. We have planned activities for them. We have a program manager there with them to assist. So you figure an hour a week during the school period. Now it would be remotely for an hour a week, but once we get back to school. If you're doing the Mentor U program, you can do most all of your interaction with your little online, and then you meet 6 or 7 times out of the year in a group setting with the other bigs and littles for a get-together. And then if you're doing bigs in community like I did with Lee, that's probably about 3 to 4 hours every other week. Again, depending on your schedule and your little schedule, so you can make it as much or little as you'd like to. So we really have a program for just about anybody, so there's really no excuse not to be a mentor.
That's right. Clearly, the funding is crucial to make these programs work, but also just the resources and the human capital it takes to execute. Because it sounds like, with 90 people on the list, like we got to get them coached up.
Yeah. The secret is it's a lot of fun. you get to be a kid again. And once you really get into it, you realize that the commitment part goes away because you want to do it.
Right.
And you want to see that kid. And but you have to make the commitment. The last thing you want to do is say, oh, I'm going to be a big, and then, you know, oh, well, I changed my mind. So that's why we take the time to do the interviews and make sure the person's totally committed, because the last thing these kids need is somebody to give up on them.
Right. Jeff, tell me, what do you want our viewers watching at home tonight to know about Big Brothers Big Sisters?
Well, I want them to know that our amazing staff is doing everything they can to help ignite and our volunteers to help to ignite the potential of our youth. Some other things that we're looking at is some diversity, equity, and inclusion training for our board. We understand with some of the events that have happened, about 33% of the youth that we serve are of color. And we want to make sure that they're getting the support that they need from their mentors. And so we're looking at training for the mentors. We're looking for training for our board and our staff so that we can better serve these youth of color. Also to be better stewards to our community, and that'll help us with recruiting bigs of color, because a lot of the youth of color would like to have somebody that looks like them. And unfortunately, we don't have that mix, so we're going to actively be recruiting for some bigs of color to join, and also we want to diversify our board and make sure our staff's diversified. We want to be a reflection of our community.
Clearly a lot of challenges, no doubt, and the good news is that there are some success stories as well.
I'm going to share a personal one with you to start off the bat. I don't know, I've been in Big for 8 years with my little Lee, who's now 20. And it was very exciting to be able to go through his drive-by graduation at Yelm High School and see him graduate. There were several times when he could have easily given up, and he just stuck in there. And I'm so proud of him, and his family's proud of him, and it just exudes out of him. The picture of him with his, graduation hat and his diploma, and so now we're going to start looking for work, and so kind of our relationship is shifting a little bit, and so it's looking at career opportunities and things. So that's very exciting. We had some very successful STEAM camps this summer in collaboration with the City of Olympia. We safely distanced the kids, but just seeing them back doing activities where they got to do hands-on things, build a robot, they grew crystals, they did art projects, built things on the program, the 3D printer, and made things. And they wanted to learn. It was incredible. They wanted to be back in that setting. So we were very pleased with how that went. Now our matches are meeting again, which is really exciting. That social isolation has been really tough on our kids, and to see them able to get back with their mentors safely, but they're meeting in the parks and hiking and doing some outdoor activities. So we're really excited to see our matches meeting again.
Well, keep up the great work, and just excited to be part of the project this year to try to get everybody connected and funded up so that the program can expand and continue to serve the kids.
Thank you so much, and all our donors and sponsors and everybody who's joining us tonight. You guys are the ones that really make this happen, so thank you. And a big shout out to our volunteers and staff.
Well, there you have it. Thank you, Jeff, and thanks to all of our donors tuning in at home tonight. And as you can see, just some exciting things happening here at Big Brothers Big Sisters, and we still need your help. So remember that giving link, the Fund a Match tab through the bidding portal. Or another great way to give tonight is to visit the website, and just as a reminder, it's www.swwabigs.org. You can give at that Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southwest Washington website at any time. But tonight, just hop in there and give. We know that folks are having a lot of fun at viewing parties and catching up and visiting with each other, and we sure hope that you can hop on to one of those ways to give and make a special commitment tonight so that we can help all the kids looking to get matched up with the big and all those littles together. That would be a great, great holiday gift indeed. So wanted to let you know to save the date. If you're a digital planner like many of us are, go ahead and save the date for next year, October 9th. That's a Saturday night, 2021. Mark it down on the calendar right now. That is when we will be gathering, ideally in person, possibly virtually and in person. Who knows? It's a long time from now, but who knows what next October 9th will bring, but we do know that it'll bring us a big darn party, and we look forward to seeing you there. Well, this concludes the formal portion of the program tonight, and not just the formal portion, it concludes the entire portion. So I'm Nelson Jay. It has been my distinct pleasure to be back helping Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southwest Washington connect kids, bigs and littles, and we're so appreciative of you spending your Saturday, October 24th with us tonight. Remember, friends, the online auction tonight goes right up until 9 o'clock. When you're putting in those last bids, make that fund a match donation. And a great event, Lori Drummond just weighed in. Thank you, Lori, for saying it was a great event. Thank you. And we hope that you have enjoyed spending your evening with us. It's been great being here with you. Thank you so much for supporting Big Brothers Big Sisters. Good night.
I used to rule the world. Seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I used to own.
every life we have some trouble, but when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy, yeah, be happy now. Ooh, 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 be happy. Ooh, be happy. Ooh, worry, be happy now. Ooh, 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 don't worry. Oh, be happy. Ain't got no place to lay your head. Somebody came and took your bed. Don't worry. Oh, be happy, yeah. The landlord say your rent is late. He may have to litigate, but don't worry. Oh,